Welcome to Chaii and Charcha, powered by Topiwala, episode 5. Can you believe it? We're now on episode 5, and you guys have been amazing. The amount of love you've given to us for the last 4 episodes is just amazing. Thank you so much. We can't thank you enough, but we need your support to continue. We need you to continue watching the episodes. Make sure you continue joining us on YouTube and on Spotify. So let's get straight into episode 5. My guest this week for episode 5 is an absolute legend. He has travelled all the way from Leicester, and we will be talking not just about him, but also about his legacy. Yes, we're talking experience, we're talking heritage, and we're talking a journey like no other. So let me introduce you to our guest, Mr. Navin Topiwala. Hello.
Hello, nice meeting you.
Likewise, thank you so much for joining us.
That's okay.
It's our absolute pleasure to have you here on Chaii and Charcha, powered by Topiwala. Now, normally in our community, because you're senior to me, we would often not say your name. We would refer to you as uncle.
It's fine by me. Just call me Navin.
Right, that's brilliant. I still feel weird because obviously we're brought up in that community, in that culture, and we've always been told by our parents that we must always address our seniors by uncle or auntie.
I understand, yeah. I come from the same culture, so
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from, but it's fine by me if you call me Navin.
Perfect. Okay. Now, I believe that Navin isn't your only name, though. You've had many names.
Yes, I've got 3 nicknames. The first one is Toppy, because when I used to work on the buses, they used to call me Toppy. Then I joined the coaches, and there they started calling me Nav. And the third one is named by my regular passengers. I used to introduce myself as Navin, and they used to forget my name. So I used to have a laugh with them and says, look, you can call me Sat now, so you never forget my name. And yeah, my regular passenger used to call me Sat now. So I've got 3 nicknames.
So which one do you prefer? Which one have you preferred being stuck with?
To be honest, I like all 3, but I prefer Nav.
I thought you'd prefer father or grandfather, because you are a father and a grandfather as well.
Yes, I am a grandfather, yeah. So for my grandkids.
4 grandkids, wow. And you've got 2 children?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got a son and a daughter.
And now 4 grandchildren.
Yeah, and 4 grandchildren.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. So let's talk about your early life, arriving in the UK. You originally born in India, I believe?
I was born in India, yes, in Gujarat. And then I went to Uganda. And then from Uganda, I came to this country in 1972. On the Uganda's Independence Day, I arrived here, 9th October 1972. I'll never forget that date.
Wow.
And then when we came here, we were put up in army camps. And I was in a small town in Devon called Honiton, which is near Exeter. I was there for nearly 2 months, and then we moved to Leicester.
Wow.
And I got a job as a machine operator. I did about, I think, a year as a machine operator. And that time it was Edward Heath, the Prime Minister, and the coal miners went on strike. So the government says all the factories must only operate 3 days a week. So 3 days wages weren't enough to run a house, and I was the main person in my family to earn. So just jokingly, I went onto the buses.
Jokingly?
Jokingly. I didn't mean to go on the buses. And I applied for a job as a bus conductor.
Right.
So I became a bus conductor in 1974.
When you say jokingly, is that because you thought you couldn't drive a bus in the UK?
My intention wasn't to drive the buses.
Mm-hmm.
My intention was just to be a bus conductor.
Right.
But them days when I used to work on the local council buses, we used to call Leicester City Transport. And them days it was run like you are in the army. So if you have a good record, you get a promotion. So I had a good record for 6 months, and I was calling the offices, we're going to send you for bus driving.
So from bus conductor to bus driving, that was promotion?
That's a promotion. Because they were going to pay for my license.
Oh, wow.
My training and getting the license, everything. And I refused. I says, no, I don't want to be a bus driver. And them days I was very skinny. Very skinny. I never thought I'll be able to drive a bus. But anyhow, some of my mates, he says, you're stupid. He says, you should go for it. You're not doing it. You're not paying for it. Mm. And then I went back to see my chief inspector and I said, okay, I'll have a go at it. If I pass, I'll pass. And he said, yeah, go for it. He says, if you fail, your job is still there as a bus conductor. Mm-hmm. And yes, I passed my bus test in first go in 1975.
Well done.
And I started driving buses
this
with
skinny
the
man
conductor.
in this big bus. And you passed in the first go?
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I passed it in first go. And then for 2 years, I drove buses with the conductor. And then I got another promotion, driving buses and collecting the fares, which at that time we used to be called one-man bus operating. So I got the promotion there. I drove that for 4 years. And then I was sent to do a course for being a bus inspector. So I did do a bus inspector's job also.
What does a bus inspector job involve?
It involves all different categories. So when you become a bus inspector, the first thing, you're a revenue inspector. So you go on the buses checking the tickets.
Right.
So somebody who hasn't paid the proper fares, you try and get some money out of them.
You're the man that finds people. It's a good job to have,
And you have to book the driver if he hasn't charged properly.
Really?
Yeah.
So the driver got in trouble as well?
The driver gets in trouble as well. And I didn't like the job because I had so many friends.
There's me saying I'd love that job, but you didn't like it?
I didn't like the job as a bus inspector.
Right.
Because I had loads of friends, and when you become an inspector, you're making enemies with your friends.
Yeah.
Because you're only doing your job. If it's your friend and he's guilty, you have to book him.
Yeah. There's another side to this then.
Yeah. So then I went back to my chief inspector and I says, no, this job is not for me. Mm-hmm. And he told me, he says, no, I don't think it's job for you because you want to have a laugh with everybody. And with this job, you got to be serious. Yeah. So I went back bus driving again. I did 16 years on Leicester City Transport.
Mm-hmm. 16 years, wow.
16 years.
It's a long time.
But my intention was always to do a long distance driving. Mm-hmm. And in 1982, there was another guy with me called Butcher by Mystery. And he used to do a little sort of tours for the communities. He used to organize the tours. And he says, oh, why don't you come on board with me? And says, we'll set up all the tours and all that. It wasn't for profit. It was just for community, to take them out.
Because there wasn't a lot in those days, was there?
There weren't.
Very few.
Yeah, very few.
And people in that time couldn't really afford to go on holidays.
No.
So local, and I guess the country was new anyway, so people wanted to explore.
And most of our people never used to go out from their house, never used to travel, because one, a language problem. Yeah. Because our elders, when they came from India or Africa, they never used to speak English. Yeah, yeah. So it was a bit difficult for them to go out and about.
And was it also because it was very close-knit? Because from what I remember about what my grandfather used to tell me, is we didn't used to go out by ourselves.
No.
If we went out, it was always together as a community.
Exactly.
And I guess then the coach travels then filled that gap and that need.
This is what we started introducing to the community, different communities. Mm-hmm. Me being as a coach driver, well, I started coaching in 1996. It was just by certain that from 80s we used to hire coaches And we used to hire coaches from a well-known coach company in Leicester called Woods Coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And we became personal friends to the owner, Mr. Mark Wood.
Nice.
Great guy. And yeah, he used to give us coaches. And one day he says, "Why don't you drive it and take it?" Because I had a bus license.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm fine. And then in 1990, I finished from the buses because of ill health. I had a slight accident. I had to give up. I lost my license for a year, and then I got it back in 1991. And then I went to work for another company, thinking I'll get a chance to go onto the coaches because they had two sections, bus driving and coach driving. And I only went to that company in intention that I'll get a chance to go onto the coaches. But he never gave me a chance. And then one day, Mark Wood rang me up. He says, "Oh, are you free this weekend? Would you do me a job?" I said, "Well, it depends where it is." He says, "Oh, just going to Wembley." So I said, "Yeah, okay." And from that, he offered me a full-time job. And I've been with the Woods Coaches since 1996 till I finished in 2023.
Wow.
So I did 27 years there.
Amazing.
Although I retired 9 years ago, but they kept on calling me to do part-time jobs. So I used to do part-time 3 days a week for Woods Coaches. And then Woods Coaches got sold to National Express. And I didn't want to do a National Express job because I was so used to doing private hires and day trips and holidays and all that. So I left the company in 2023. Then my ex-manager had gone to work for another company, and he kept on ringing me. He says, "Why don't you come and work here?" Great guy, Bill Tanza, his name is. We've been friends. We started at Woods on the same year, but he started about 6 months ago, 6 months before me.
Yeah.
And that's how we became friends. And he dragged me to this new company called Roberts Travel Group. And at the moment, I'm driving for them part-time.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So you built quite a reputation for yourself, didn't you? Wherever you went,
I have.
people took you with them.
Yeah. So, I've got quite a few friends from Woods Coaches. And we are great friends. And we still keep in touch. But one person I really think of, and I learned so many things from him, although he's much younger than me, called Ian Birch. He taught me loads of stuff because when we used to go to Europe.
Was he with you at Woods?
At Woods Coaches, yeah. He was there, and his dad, Paul Birch, he was there with us. There were loads of other people. Bill Tanza, great guy.
Yeah.
He looked after me when he was a manager there. John Hales, Mark Stewart. There are loads.
We talk about integration is often a word used when our communities come to this country, and it's always talked about in terms of how we manage to integrate beyond our own internal community. And the names that you've mentioned, they're not from our community. So you clearly had a really good knack of making friends from outside.
When I started at Woods, there were no Asian drivers. I was the only one.
Were you the first one?
No, there were one or two before me,
right?
But they didn't work there too long.
Right.
So I would say from Woods Coaches history, I think I must be the longest serving Asian driver.
Wow. That's for history then, isn't it?
And then I took one of my friends, really great guy, Ashad Nazir. I introduced him to Woods Coaches. And I taught him lots of things about driving coaches, and we're still friends. And guess what? I've left the company, but he's still there.
That's legacy.
Yeah. But I've known him through music, because I like music. I like Bollywood music, and I used to sing in a group.
You used to sing?
I used to sing on...
That's it now. Yeah. You know that we're not going to let you leave this podcast until we hear a song from you.
Those were past days. So I've got another concert coming, which is called a reunion of 70s, 80s.
Really?
Yeah, in Leicester.
Okay.
So,
That's good.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Did you ever sing then on? Because I did a podcast with a guest a few weeks back, and he was also a bus driver, and we were recalling back in the early 80s, 90s, as Asian community. When there were weddings and stuff, we used to book coaches to go, you know, if you're going as the barat or something.
Yeah, I've done that loads of times.
So people
times.
used to sing on the, you know, they used to do all the Indian songs.
Indian songs,
You didn't used to have they used to have cassettes back then, but if they didn't work, and you couldn't hear it because the sound systems were really bad in those days. Yeah. So all the aunties and the uncles used to get together and sing. And I remember that as a child, we used to all pack food.
Yeah,
and used to get in and sing. So did you ever do that for any of your
when I used to do barats,
yeah,
right, I never used to put cassette on.
Right.
Right.
So were they privileged and got live singing from you?
Yeah. Instead, I used to ask them to play antakshari.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to join them.
Did you?
Yeah. And anybody who came to book coaches from Woods Coaches,
yeah,
they would say, "Oh, can we have Navin as our driver?" Because I used to make funny jokes and sing and all that.
Amazing.
And they used to love it. And to be honest, when I joined the Woods Coaches, I don't think they had Asian market.
Yeah.
I was the one who introduced Woods Coaches to the Indian market. I used to bring loads of work.
Yeah.
Loads of work. Asian people started just booking Woods Coaches.
Yeah. And it was important because then there's a comfort level for our communities because I think, oh, he's one of us and he understands our culture. Because there's always that awkwardness in there. If the driver is not from the community, there's always that almost, you know, reservation or hesitation to then sing openly and have that fun. Yeah. So you probably created that environment.
I did, yeah.
Within the bus.
Yeah. And even some of my English fellow drivers, I taught them a bit of Indian language and say how to greet them.
See, I knew it. He's a total legend. Not only did he teach people how to drive buses, he taught people how to sing Bollywood songs.
Yeah. I mean, some drivers do like doing Indian, barat. Some didn't like them because they don't eat the curry. Yeah. But those who like curry, they always used to line up. Oh, is there any Indian wedding going this weekend?
Really?
Yeah. And with loads of time we've been to France and Germany and all that.
Amazing.
And one hobby I've got is cooking.
Cooking?
I love cooking.
Wow.
So when we used to go like 4 or 5 days away to France or something, I used to take my little gas cooker with me, and I used to take all my spices with me, and we used to make chicken curry there.
Are you serious? So you used to carry?
Yep.
Oh, abroad. You used to take that with you?
Yeah, with me, with all the spices.
My parents would love you because my mum, whenever she goes on holiday, she takes her spices with her because they don't like foreign food. They like the traditional Indian desi food. So you're the perfect companion.
Because my mate Arshad, him being Muslim, he wouldn't eat anything non-halal.
Yeah.
So when we used to do like 5 days tour to France or something like that, the manager always used to send him with me.
Right. Yeah.
And I used to cook, and we two used to eat.
Amazing.
And his missus used to, pack us all the marinated chicken and marinated lamb and everything, and we used to put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
So whenever we're free in the evening, he'll say, "Come on, Nab, do the curry." We used to eat our own food.
You got your portable stove, out it comes.
Everything. I used to take pots and pans, everything with me.
Everything?
Everything with me.
This is proper desi style, isn't it? Take the whole kitchen with you.
And to be honest, some of my mates, they've learned from me, and they've started taking all this stuff now with them, and they cook.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That could have been a business in itself.
The most funniest thing was when we went to Paris, and we went to Eiffel Tower. I put all my passengers onto the lift. They went to see, and it will take a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So one of my mates says, "I'm so hungry." I said, "Well, let's open the boot.
Outside Eiffel Tower?
I was literally cooking there. And I know Mark Stewart must be listening to me. He was the one with me, and all his family were on that coach.
Yeah.
And we started cooking there.
Incredible.
Next to the Eiffel Tower.
What an experience. You're outside the Eiffel Tower, you're taking a coach,
Yep.
and you're live cooking.
We were making our breakfast there. Yeah. We were making breakfast at the Eiffel Tower. Yeah.
I bet you got so many amazing memories like that on your journey.
To be honest, I can write a book.
You should.
I could write a book. I've got so many experiences.
What would you recall as your most memorable then? What has been like the one that you can recall over and over again and has been one of the most impactful and memorable for you?
There's so many. But there's one thing, we used to have another Asian driver called Kanu Patel.
Mm.
Before Arshad came,
Yeah.
Kanu Patel was always there. And once we were going to south of France, and it's overnight driving. I was driving, I drove for 2.5 hours, and then he took over.
Mm.
And we've been together to the same place so many times, so we don't have to watch each other whether it's going in the right way or not.
Mm.
So anyway, he started driving, and the 4 seats behind the drivers, we always had that for us to lay down. So I just put my head down, and suddenly I started seeing lights flashing and all that. And there's no lights on the motorway. It's all dark. And I woke up and I said to him, I says, what's happening? Where are we? So he says, shut up, just shut up, he says. So what happened? So in France, when you come to a steep hill, you get the 4th lane.
Right.
So the lorries and the coaches go on that lane. And he thought he was climbing the hill. So he moved on to the 4th lane. But it wasn't a hill, it was an exit.
Okay.
And he couldn't fall onto the 3rd lane, so he carried on. And this guy is a risk taker. So we came off the motorway, and I said, now what are we going to do? I said, oh, don't worry, we'll keep going till we come to the roundabout, we'll turn around and come back. So, okay, fine. He kept on driving and driving, and we couldn't see a roundabout. We must have gone about 10 miles, no roundabout. Then we came to the little village, and without even telling me, just turned right into one of the streets. I said, where are you going now? He said, we'll go and reverse somewhere and come back. We went a mile in that street, and guess what? Dead end. Now what? There's no side street so that we can reverse the coach. So he had to reverse all the way back onto the motorway.
Oh my gosh.
So that was quite experienced that. Yeah. So we've got so many.
Scary experience.
Scary expensive. I mean, especially when we used to go to the doing ski job, climbing up the mountains and all that. That was scary.
You've done all of that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. But you've been driving for decades. You've been on journeys all over, in different parts of the world.
Yes, I've done 50 years this year.
50 years. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That takes
half a century.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And to stay in that industry as well, because people, move on and they don't give that much commitment.
To be honest, I just love driving coaches. I don't think I will drive buses now, because those were past days. But yeah, coaches, going out, taking people, having a laugh with them. Yeah. That's what I miss now.
Real people person.
Yeah, real.
Yeah. That's amazing. So if I was driving for that long, I'd have had lots of accidents by now.
To be honest, when I went on the buses, I never thought I'd last that long. Going on the buses was just a stepping stone for me.
Yeah. It's like you said, you did it as a joke.
Yeah, as a joke.
You weren't serious.
I just went as a stepping stone till I get another job. I did a year, I did 2 years, 3 years. Just got used to it now.
Yeah, and you loved it.
I loved it.
I mean, I also read in, I read something about you that you originally started off as an accountant.
I wanted to become a chartered accountant, but because of family problem, I couldn't do it. So I left halfway.
The bus driver that we had a few weeks back, he was mocked by his family and community for being a bus driver. Often, sometimes in our communities, jobs are also attached with status. You know, they look at your profession, and if you're, doing what they classify as menial work, which they see bus driving as, compared to being an accountant, some people can mock, and this particular person was. Did that ever happen to you? Did you ever face any of that?
Not me. My missus did.
Really?
Yeah. She came from Zimbabwe on a holiday here, and we got fixed. And now when she got engaged to me, she's rang her friends in Zimbabwe that I'm going to get married to this guy and all that. And they were all asking, what does he do? And she was feeling shy to say, my husband is a bus driver.
Oh.
Because back in Africa, only the Africans used to drive the buses.
Right.
And in India also, not many people, anybody who drive buses, they don't want to give their daughters to them.
Because India has a big caste issue as it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then somebody told her here that, bus drivers is the best paying job here in Britain. And when she told her friends in Zimbabwe that, he's a bus driver, he says, that's the best jobs in UK. And that's how then
accepted.
because she used to work in the bank, and I'm a bus driver, so there was a difference there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went through that.
Yeah, because in our community, especially when it's about to be a new alliance, that matters, and to women as well when they're looking,
It does. Yeah.
to marry, they always expect the man to have a much more higher profession.
Yeah.
And then especially in your time, because it's still happening in our time as well. So
Still,
in your time it must have been even
Yeah.
more of an issue.
Yeah.
So you stormed that with your wife. That's amazing. And you said fixed, but I believe it wasn't fixed. I believe it was a love marriage. Is that right?
No.
No?
Arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage.
It was arranged marriage. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So she came to the UK and then settled
on a holiday.
on holiday.
Yeah. Well, I think her intention was to get married if she found the right person.
Right.
And
then
she
met you and
exactly.
and you have 2 children and 4 grandchildren.
Exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. So you again, like I said, I was joking with you earlier, but I stand by what I said in terms of you're a real inspiration in that sense, because like you said, you had to live away from the family a lot.
Yes.
Your wife had to look after the 2 children, and you made it work.
It did. It did work because it was sort of give and take. Right.
Yeah. And that understanding between you.
That's
that
understanding between us, and it worked perfect.
Yeah.
Till I lost her 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah, so, but I've got my children looking after me.
Yeah.
So.
That's good. Yeah.
They're lovely children.
And you've got your grandchildren, and you do a lot of travelling yourself now. So this is like away from work, but you go abroad.
Yeah. Well, this year I was in New Zealand, Australia, India.
Amazing.
India I go every year without fail. I've been going there for the past 20 years.
That's your country of birth.
Yeah. Even my children keep on saying to me, so why do you go India every year? Why don't you go somewhere else?
Yeah.
I just love India. I just go there to relax because I've seen India top to bottom.
Yeah.
When I used to organize my own tours.
And it's not a small country, it's huge.
It's not a small country. But nothing interests me now.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it all.
Yeah.
So if somebody tells me, says, let's go to the seaside. To me, all the seasides are the same. There's nothing new at seaside.
If I was to ask you what is the best place you've visited in this country, but then also what's the best place you visited in India, which 2 places would you say?
Well, I would say if you ask me about Europe, there's 2 places I loved. One is Paris, and the other one is Berlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Berlin is an amazing place. I mean, there's some other European towns, like Antwerp. I've been right down to south to so many places,
Yeah.
Toulouse. Toulouse is a nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's so many places that I love to go.
Yeah. Was this all? This was obviously all through the work. That
All through the work.
Yeah.
All through the work. I've seen all these places through my work. Yeah.
Amazing. How many countries would you say you've travelled in?
Oh gosh.
Is it that many? It's difficult to put a number on.
I think the whole of Europe I've travelled.
The whole of Europe?
Yeah.
Wow. Not many people can.
Been to Denmark, Austria, Switzerland, Italy, Germany, Spain. Yeah, I think I've done most of the countries there.
Yeah. So notice that when I asked you your favourite from India and the UK being your lifelong home and India being your birth, you decided not to give me your favourites from them.
Favourite
went
from...
to Europe.
Well, to be honest, I didn't do much work here in UK. Most of my work was down in Europe. But yeah, I love London.
Yeah.
Yeah, London, Cardiff.
Yeah.
Also like Cardiff.
Yeah.
I like, there are people who likes Edinburgh more than Glasgow. I like Glasgow more than Edinburgh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are loads of places where, you can have a good time.
Yeah. Different places bring different
places,
feels.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been to all those nice places.
Great.
Paris, still, London would be the best one.
Yeah. Traveling to London.
It depends what interests you.
Yeah.
Yeah, depends.
Yeah. No, that's great. And I think you obviously have working for 50 years in this industry, traveling all across Europe and all across the UK. It must have been, amazing in terms of memories, but also in terms of being able to see the world through a job. So getting paid to see the world.
Well, this is the best holiday job you get.
Yeah.
You get paid for it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I used to do a day trip to London, it's a 15-hour shift. So you drop the passengers, and what are you going to do another 9 hours, 8 hours? Go to sleep.
You go to sleep?
Get paid. What are you going to see in London when you've been there?
Many times.
Many times.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to do loads of day trip to Skegness. Right. Don't do nothing. Just go and drop the passengers by the embassy centre.
Yeah.
Go to the coach park, put your head down.
And off you and have a nap. And
take your lunch
and get paid
with
for
you
it.
And get paid for it.
That is the best job ever. Now I know why you didn't want to be an inspector. You preferred to be a bus driver. So when you're driving, obviously a lot of us sometimes get points, speeding or traffic offences. You've been driving for so many years, so many decades actually. How do you manage to keep a clean licence? Or did you not have a clean licence?
I have a clean licence, even now.
So that is a record. That is incredible.
In my times, I had a few accidents. Yeah. But nothing which I've broken the law. So I've got a clean licence, yes.
Not a single point?
No.
That's amazing. How do you do that?
With our kind of a job, you have to be calm. If you're calmer and if you know the laws, keep it in mind, you're fine.
Is it the singing? It's because you're singing while you're driving?
I used to, but now, nowadays, these new coaches, I've got cameras all over the place.
Right.
So the big boss is watching what you're doing. So I can't.
So you can't sing?
I can't sing now.
Right. Is that because the boss doesn't allow, or is that because you just prefer not to?
Well, there are two things. The boss won't allow you.
Right.
In the fear that I might lose concentration on the road. And nowadays, there's 2 cameras there's one on top of you
Right.
and one where the door is.
Yeah.
So that is straight onto your face.
Right.
And then we've got about 3 cameras inside to see what passengers are doing. They're ripping off your seat or anything.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you need to keep the...
So, yeah, it's much stricter now than 70s,
How
80s.
does that make you feel then? Because obviously you've worked in the era where none of that was around. There was no constant surveillance, if you like, compared to now having those cameras on you.
It's too much tension now.
Is it?
Too much tension.
Yeah. Is it necessary, do you think? Is it because the times have changed, is it?
It's yes and no. The tension, because even when you're young, the company rings you we've got to,
Even if you're yawning?
even yawning.
Wow.
Yeah, the
So you're
duty
not allowed to yawn?
duty manager will ring you and say, "Are you feeling all right? Are you feeling tired? If you're feeling tired, pull over." So they're constantly checking on you.
Is that because of all the regulations now that are in place?
Rules, regulation, and they're driving what we used to drive in 70s and 80s is completely different now. The driving nowadays is very rough.
Right.
Nobody obeys the rule.
Really?
Yeah. Especially in town,
Yeah.
you're on the main road, you got the right. Now people will come from the side streets. They're supposed to give way. No, they just try coming.
Just go across.
So you have to keep eyes open all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
So you worked in an era where there was very few regulations, but the driving, you say, felt safer.
Safer
Now
than here.
there's more regulations, but you don't feel as safe despite all those regulations.
I'll give you one example. You're on a motorway. And if you were sitting behind me, I would tell you that the guy who's coming on the third lane is going to come off on the next exit. That's how experienced we are.
Wow, so you can foresight that.
I can tell you, before even he pulls over, I'll tell you that guy is going to come off on the next exit. Because these days, the drivers stay on the other side till last minute and they come across. And that's all these accidents are happening.
That's incredible.
You're going to come off, why don't you pull it into the third lane? On the first lane, I mean.
Yeah.
Easy for
Instead
you
of
to
cutting
get off
across,
instead of cutting across. I've seen it many times happening.
And how do you avoid something like that then? Obviously you have foresight, but somebody like me wouldn't. And that's probably why, like you said, more accidents happen.
Keeping the distance between the vehicle in front. So if you keep a safe distance, you'll be able to brake.
Yeah.
But I've seen loads of people driving back to back. Yeah.
That's really bad, isn't it?
The other thing is, even on motorway, people will just suddenly put the indicator and pull out. Right. We just had an incident when we were coming.
Really?
This guy and I said, be careful, he's going to pull out.
Yeah.
And he did. Good job, he braked.
Yeah.
But
it was your son that you came with, wasn't it?
Yeah, you see these all the time.
Yeah.
People are in rush, whether it's day, night, anytime. People are in rush.
Do you ever give tips to people on driving? You know, like you said, you came from Leicester today to Bradford for this podcast. Your son drove you here. And you've been driving for more than 5 decades. So lots of experience, but not just driving a car. You've driven big vehicles, large vehicles. So you're very well experienced, and probably I would say have the right to actually impart some of that experience onto other drivers. So do you ever, like, if you ever sat as a passenger, do you ever pass on any tips or?
I do have this habit.
Yeah.
If somebody's driving, I like to say, hey, keep away from there, or give your indicator in good time.
Yeah.
But some people don't like it.
So you're a passenger driver?
Yeah, I remember once we were going to London, picking the passengers from London, going to Isle of Wight. And it was a two-man job. So my manager always sent a trainee driver with me. I don't know why, but always. So anyway, this guy was driving on motorway, and there's a lorry. Lorry is only going at 52 miles, well, them days, 52 miles per hour. We allowed 60 miles per hour. But he's sitting behind this lorry. He wants to pull out, but he can't because there's cars coming. So I watched him, didn't say anything. I don't like to say anything to my mate who's driving in front of passengers. That's rude. So when we got there, and I said to Simon, if you don't mind, can I give you a tip? I said, yeah, go for it. I said, well, that's if you don't feel bad, because I know you've got a license. I'm not teaching you how to drive. But you know, when you want to overtake, give your indicator first. Instead of you braking, say the lorry is about 2 coach distance, give your indicator. So people who are on the second lane, they know you're going to pull out, so they'll pull onto the third lane, give you the way. So you don't, that way, you don't brake. You're still keeping your speed. Don't leave it till last minute, give your indicator. Too late, you've already broken your speed. And even now when he sees me, he says, you gave me the best tip.
So you never decided to become, I mean, you trained a lot of people in buses and coaching, but, you know, you never decided to become...
driving instructor?
Yes.
No, never.
Okay.
I haven't got that patient.
But that's the same, isn't it? Like, but because coaches is much bigger, buses are much bigger.
Yeah.
It's much harder as well. Whereas a car's smaller, so you've definitely got experience. You definitely can do...
To be honest, I can drive coach better than my car.
Okay. You can drive the coach better than your car?
Than car.
Okay, why do you say that?
I don't know. I mean, if I have to park my car in between 2 cars, I sometimes struggle. Sometimes, I do it twice.
Really?
With a coach, I can park my coach in between 2 coaches easily.
So this is interesting. You can park a big coach, but you'd struggle
to park my car sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
It's because every day I'm driving coach.
Right. So you're used to it.
I'm used to driving coaches.
Yeah.
Right. I know exactly where to be, which position you need to be.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter about the size, it's much bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to drive in Europe, when I started going to Europe in 97, 98.
Because some roads are on the other side as well. The driving is on the other side. Like Spain, for example.
And this is where I get every time I get off the ferry and people will always ask, how do you do it? You see, you've been driving on the other side, now you're driving on this side. How do you switch on? It's easy. You do it every day, so you know.
Interesting.
But the best tip I would give you is, say if you take a car from here to Europe,
right,
and you're going to drive there, you know the pavement?
The what, sorry?
The pavement.
Yeah.
Keep it to your side. Don't lose it.
Right, okay.
That's the best tip to drive in Europe. So wherever you're going, make sure you drive parallel
to the pavement.
If your pavement has gone the other side, then that means you are the wrong side of the road.
Right, okay. That's a good tip.
Yeah. So that's the pavement. Always drive by the pavement. If you look for the pavement, wherever you go in Europe, you can't go wrong.
Okay. That doesn't apply to India though, because there's no pavements in some places.
No, because it's the same side as ours here in British.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you go America and Europe.
Yeah.
They drive opposite side. Whereas Britain, Australia, New Zealand, we're all the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So speaking about India, I think I wanted to talk to you about your early life, because you were born there, and then from what I know, your mother passed away.
My mother passed away when I was only about 7, 8 months old.
Yeah. And then your father chose to move to Uganda.
No, he was already in Uganda.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he was already in Uganda.
Right.
And then he remarried.
Yeah.
And that's when he called me over.
Okay.
So yeah.
So were you the only sibling?
No,
of you?
I've got my elder sister.
Right.
She's in India.
Okay. So she's still there, and
She's
you
still
moved
there,
to Uganda to stay with your father.
Yeah, that was also politics
Right.
of stepmother.
Oh, okay. You've had a tough childhood then.
Very tough. Very tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm strong now because I've gone through all these troubles in my life.
And then you came here. Did you come to the UK by yourself or with your?
No, I came as a dependent of my dad.
Right.
Yeah.
So he.
So
came.
at the time, if you're over 21, then you're independent. If you're under 21,
then
you do come as a dependent. And I wasn't even 21 when I came.
So that's quite a shift, isn't it, for a child, really? So moving from India, where you're born, to then going to a completely new country.
Completely new country.
Uganda, and then coming to another new country, which is even more different than Uganda. At least with Uganda, temperatures might be similar to India.
Oh, much
landscape
hotter. Yeah.
is similar.
It's similar to
But then coming to the UK, complete different.
I'll tell you what, when I came to this country, I was crying for 6 months. I wanted to go back to Uganda.
Yeah.
Didn't like it here at all.
I can imagine, because my grandma
We
tells
came
me
here
it
in
was
winter
dark. He said you couldn't, and he said there was smog and it was really cold when they came here in the 60s.
And you don't see anybody on the street. When we used to go shopping, the doors are shut, and we thought, the shop is shut.
Yeah.
But here, it's one of those things. Every shop has got their doors shut.
Yeah.
Whereas in India and Uganda, everything is open. Just walking into the shop.
But it must have been worse for you, because you described living in an army camp when you arrived.
Yeah, we were all put in the army camps. There were different army camps, different places. Because we came when the Idi Amin kicked us out, no?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what was that like, living on a camp in with the army?
It was fun, though.
Fun?
Yeah.
I never thought you'd say fun. I was expecting something else.
It was fun, yeah. It was fun. Because we were given a room like that for one family. There were a few beds, and that's it.
How many people in one room?
We were 6 of us.
6?
Yeah.
Tight space.
But you don't need a kitchen or anything, because they were feeding us.
Oh, okay. So they provided the food and everything. Yeah.
And then outside there were toilets and showers and all that.
Right.
So we stayed there about 2 months. I had a good fun. But saying that, I think I only stayed in the camp for 1 week and I got the job straight away. So I used to travel from Honiton to Exeter.
Yeah.
And all the train fares and everything was paid by the government.
That's good.
So, like I say, ever since I came to this country, I've never claimed dole money. I've been working since.
What a contribution.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I'm still paying tax.
Still working. Even though you're retired, you're still working, technically.
I'm still working, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What a legacy you have, honestly.
I mean, I must say, I passed these to my children.
Yeah.
My both children and their partners.
Yeah.
They're working hard.
That's good.
They are really working hard.
Yeah.
And to see that
Yeah.
gives you pleasure.
Yeah.
They're well settled down.
Yeah. That's a good feeling. You must be really proud.
Oh, yeah, I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
All 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 4 of them, as in your...
As their partners.
And their partners as well?
Yeah.
See, that's really...
No, I've got a good family, I must say. I've got a
Yeah.
very good family.
That's lovely to hear.
Yeah.
So obviously then you chose to move to Leicester.
Yeah, from Honiton. The only reason why we moved to Leicester was because my parents never spoke English. And there were more Gujaratis and more Indians in Leicester than down south.
Leicester's known as Little India.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason we moved to Leicester.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was happy staying in Exeter.
Yeah.
I loved Exeter. I would have been there if I was on my own.
What was your first job, by the way, in Exeter?
I was working in a warehouse.
In a warehouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking up the orders.
Yeah.
And give it to the guy who sells them off.
Yeah.
So just picking up the orders.
But if you'd stayed there, you'd have never been a bus driver or a coach driver.
You
and
never
do
know.
the job that you so love
You
and
never
enjoyed.
know.
Exactly. So everything happens for a reason, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Well, I am going to call you Uncle because I just think it's right. Navin Uncle, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on Ayala Sofa.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you for having me.
It's been really inspiring listening to your journey about your life, but I think it's also been hugely motivational as well, because the graft, the things that you've pioneered in terms of what you did for the community, for the culture, to keep people on a journey with you, because those journeys became what they were because of the way you were with our communities. And as we know that we have particular needs as a community coming into a foreign country, or making the UK our home, but trying to maintain our culture and our roots. You kept a lot of that for the people.
I did.
On those buses, on those
And I'm
coaches.
still trying.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to do it.
So thank you. I think that's all I can say to you.
Yeah.
Thank
for
you for
having
all
me.
of that. Thank you for
having me.
all of what you've done for the community for the last 5 decades and continue to do and beyond. So we're absolutely delighted to have you on Chaii and Charcha.
Thank you very much for having me.